I am by forever rap professor infinitist. Equal signs do not go above the fraction line, nor below the fraction line. They go exactly right smack in the middle. Memorization is good for the soul. Learning is painful. So what else is new? In the world, you have to learn this damn stuff sometime. Go to any hardware store and ask them for a piece of wood -2 feet long. Did you ever read the Hercule Poirot? He talks about using the little gray cells. Use them, they come in handy for this course. Questions, comments, griefs, concerns, complaints, kudos, pats on the back. I want to see a show of hands. I want you to raise your hands, not to tell me the answer or because you know the answer, but because you have a gut feeling that you think you have the answer. Think about it for 10 minutes, and it's just I had a notice on this clam diagram, that the mistake, the intake, and excretion of tube labeling are reversed. This is a literal way of saying eats and die. Your plan file is away the hell too long. When you have a monkey sealed up in a wooden crate, and the only hole in the crate is a pinhole. Well, you see, the monkey know, but the eye of the monkey will be staring at you. An analogy for something in quantum mechanics. There once was a farmer who sold his mule to another farmer. The mule didn't want to move, so the farmer called the other farmer up. The other farmer came over, got a 2x2 x 6 out, and wham, whacked a mule over the head with a 2x4. Then the mule started to go to work. In order for the mule to work, the farmer said, "You must get its attention first. You are not there to learn chemistry. You are here to learn how to study. I'm going to explain this to you in such a way so as you may understand. Do you follow that? You follow that. You follow that." I will point to a periodic table, but we don't have a periodic table. We just have Jesus as a Catholic university, and so most classrooms have a crucifix in them. One way to find the area under a curve is to get a sheet of paper of the same type that your test or whatever was printed on, a scale and a pair of scissors. Cut out the curve for which you need the area of a square of known area from the blank piece of paper. Wave a square, then wave the curve, set up a proportion to solve for the area under the curve. I heard this was taught in a lab once, bum 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 bum, in true Goldilocksian fashion. You let me lead you down the primrose path again. Said after we would watch the prof derive something that had some kind of mistake in it, but not pick up on the mistake. Hi, I'm a professional astronomer, but that doesn't get me a beer at a hog rally. That's why I carry this holds up Harley Davidson owner's card. It's a good thing I don't have to do this anymore. I don't think I could. Response to reading over my PhD qualifier exam. Electrons are just purple hazes with green racing stripes. A sandwich is just a sandwich, but a bromwich is a inverse Laplace transform. Critters are as critters transform. What a minus sign between friends. The author didn't want to blow your little mind with this, so he didn't put it in. But you don't have little minds. You're my student, so I'm going to cover it. You're not idiots. You may be slow, but you're not idiots. That just goes to show that you guys are good. I can make mistakes, but you're not allowed to. A thing of beauty and a joy forever. This should be enough work to keep you off the streets and off the pool halls. If you want to really get rid of an enemy, all you have to do is renormalize his wave function to zero over all space and time. And then not only does he not exist now, but he never was a murderer, but retroactive abortion, a metal knot with dragons, for you are crunchy and good with ketchup. I mean, well, but so did Hitler. This works every time, provided you're lucky. That being the case, we're all set not to conquer the universe. Physicists like to pretend they're mathematicians when they're not doing anything else. The goal of physicists is to find a use for every branch of mathematics. The goal of mathematicians is to invent a new field of mathematics that has absolutely no practical use. What the engineers think is useful is good. What the mathematicians think is useful is for engineers. If you were an engineer and just looked at equations, man, you'd be dead. You wouldn't last 2 seconds. You can do this integral x with a counter integral, and you get pi. The author says you have to do it numerically. He must be out of his ever loving mind if he thinks you're going to get pi 4 15 by numerical integration. Sure you will. Good luck, buddy. Numerical integration be damned. Actually related to the above, but is good enough to stand on its own. Fear of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is an experimental science, statistical mechanics, isn't it? I can have a griffon flying around the room if I want to. Obviously said in a stat mech class. Here he's trying to make the derivative of a function with respect to a vector. You can't do that. The French may be good, but they're not that good. The units cancel. Oh, no matter what. I mean, if the top is measured in kumquats and the button and the bottom is measured in kumquats, then kumquats cancel kumquats. Astronomers are just physicists who look up more often than down. How are we going to do this? Easy. We cheat. The people in Bosnia have it easy compared to us. The people in Bosnia and Croatia would kill to get the food we're eating. If you want a linear fit, just get 2 data points. If only funny if you were there, but I had to put it in. If you put an integral sign in front of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, then you can really have some fun and reference to the changing of Tuesday to a Friday schedule the last week before finals. I don't mean to brag, but I am very good mathematician. Astronomy is a dyslexics nightmare. I call this the astronomer fit, said while showing graphs that fit straight lines to data that could statistically be fit by any number of curves. You should eat bait Mueller and white for breakfast. There were the authors of the textbook for one of the courses. Yeah, everyone, yes, yes, yes. I need to see some nodding, yes, yes. I know people at work who can't do a simple Newton's law, F equal ma problem, but boy, can they write specs. I'm going to do this with another quick and dirty geometric solution. Let's vote who says yes, who says no. One yes and one no. And there's 7 people in the class. Now you all have to vote. Everyone has to make a decision. So let's try it all again. This is strictly between us, not to leave this room. I don't pull any punches when it comes to teaching. I know what you're thinking. We're thinking, what does a 3-year-old little boy or girl know about consciously nothing, but that the ID knows everything. You just play the simple little thumb game and you'll get your orbitals right. Is that right? What do you have some sort of mental block? It is trivial when you take a mixed melting pot mixed 2 solids, by grinding and scrapping them with your spatula, and you keep grinding and scrapping them with your spatula, and you form little lines, and you've seen them do this on Miami Vices many times. Of course, I'm not in Mendel. I try to avoid Mendel as much as humanly possible. In case you couldn't guess, Mendel is Villanova Science Building. Well, you're an analytical chemist. You're going to be a little anal anyway. You should quit pacing around. Nervous analytical chemist types. The only way you'll get extra points is if you draw that picture of Pancho the donkey that you find in TV Guide to apply to art school.